put that in their rear view very quickly if they're able to top one of the top teams here, the number 4 seed Sakiai Gubal. They will start with the rock. Uzi will get it to Pukalis. They often start their action on the elbow with Pukalis kind of orchestrating the offense. They give him the keys. They turn that one over. Wallace going up top. Iverson is able to save it. Keaton Wallace pulls the trigger. His stroke was broke. Out of bounds it'll go. Back over to Ray. Really want to zig out. Sakiai Gubal, they've shown glimpses of brilliance this season. They won the Ulaanbaatar Challenger, the first of the season. And there's Khalil Iverson. He's bouncy. They upset Antwerp, did Sakiai Gubal. Oh, way off in the deep end. Not like usual, but Pukalis can do that for you. His two-piece makes it a 1-point lead. Wallace finding Iverson. Iverson trying to clear some space on the Uzi. He elevates, and he puts him on the bucket list. AP to Uzi. Back to AP, and Pukalis finishes at the rim. Here's Brown. Wallace. Wait for somebody to come free. He decides to pull the trigger. Of course, this Washington, D.C. team, coached by Franchilla, trying to change the landscape for American 3x3. And really, Franchilla, with all of his coaching experience, he's really become a student of the game for 3x3. Now a commentator, but a former NCAA coach, 2 MAAC regular season titles, MAAC Coach of the Year back in 1995. His most famed days were at St. John's, but he also coached in New Mexico and Manhattan. And now he's coaching his 3x3 hoopers. Pukalis is able to earn a trip to the stripe after the foul. Pukalis gets that one to trickle on in. Here's Hassani Gravette. He turned gravity off, got some extra hang time and got the score. Keaton Wallace elevates high for the board. Iverson, shake and bake, driving like Ricky Bobby. He's going to earn a trip to the stripe. Also seeing him, the NBA G League. Iverson making the transition to 3x3, gaining those extremely valuable ranking points that'll put him in contention to potentially represent the United States national team. So they did not. I've been mentioning the Olympic Games. That was just over a year ago. We saw the American women win the first gold for 3x3, but we did not see an American men's team. That's a part of the priority list for USA basketball. And they got some talent in front of them right here. Gravette with the step back. Fired a blank that time. 4-4 it stays. Kicked over. Paulis Belavicius. Couldn't find the stroke. Gravette. Look at Iverson. Hops like that ain't even fair. Just jumped over the top of his head and took the Wilson away. 5-4 game. Yeah. Yeah. Where I'm from, if you ever got caught singing Backstreet Boys, you'd be in trouble. grown man now. I can sing what I want. All right. 5-4. Washington, D.C. in front. Belavichus. He's pushed. Oh no, did he? That's actually an offensive foul. He pushed off. So Hassani Gravette. He said, call me Hibachi. I said, why? He said, because I be cooking. He's yet to start. There he is, right on cue. He's working with some paprika and some ginger, judging by the color of his hair. Yeah. Maybe some carrots. He connects from the top of the key. 7-4. Washington, D.C. It's sent back. Iverson didn't like the look of it. Now Pukalis is going to try to elevate on him, and Iverson is called for the foul. TV timeout, our first dead ball after 7 minutes. You see, Iverson hung up there forever. It was like an old coat in your closet. But he is whistled for the foul. So Pukalis will shoot one once we come out of this break. Take another look at some of what Khalil Iverson, I'm calling him Allen Iverson. That's his distant cousin. But he's been in his bag so far for D.C. Sonny Gravette, the acrobatic finish right there, off balance. He's a certified bucket getter. There's his second and third points from distance. And there's a close range, close up of Iverson getting up to get down. Pukalis. He will miss it. Iverson's a rebounding machine. Wallace steps back. He's going to get it to Gravette. Not enough off-the-ball movement here as they're just kind of watching the ISO game. That's something that, you know, Washington, D.C. is still learning about 3x3. They got so many players that are individually so talented that can create in isolation. But you can't get caught up watching without putting pressure on whoever's defending you. Belavichus, pocket pass is off target. Brown will hand it off. Hibachi, he's starting to cook now. He finishes with the fillet. Oh, Belavichus, he said, meet me on FaceTime. Brown, step back. He wanted some space in the relationship. Two-piece, no biscuit, 10-6. Belavichus getting to the baseline. He'll drive, he'll kick. Uzi, he's set to fire. 8-10 after Uzupas is made. There's Gravette. He's directing traffic. He's out here getting faded. And he ain't in the barber chair. 12-8. Belavichus tried to give him another one. He couldn't do it. Here's the Hibachi chef. That time he's fouled. They've seen enough of his scoring display. They said, chill out. Look at this, though. Isaiah Brown. He got some wiggle to his game, too, doesn't he? That 2, 3, what about us, girl? 4-point lead for Washington, D.C. Khalil Iverson going to work. No, Pukalis. He threw that back, but it comes right back to Iverson. He can't put the cookie in the cup. Pukalis clears it himself. It's poked away. Belavichus, the poster boy, splashes him in the face. Time to wake up. Isaiah Brown late in the shot clock. A desperation heave for him as Washington, D.C.'s lead is down to 2. But another look at Iverson. Bukalis has seen enough. So he presses the block button. No new friends. Belabicius comes up, Kevin Hart with it, short. Keaton Wallace, too much protein on the release. Oh, Bukalis. He is comfy as he sinks one in the deep end. It is all even at a dozen apiece. Hassani goes to the baseline. Sometimes that baseline serves as an extra defender. So you want to actually stay away from going to the baseline like that. Some string music from Bukalis, the gifted big. Here's Hassani. Nope. I like it. So our first game in the pool of death. We usually name one group as the most difficult group to predict, and that has been Pool D, with Sakiai, Gubal, Ulaanbaatar, and Washington, D.C. Top two from each group advance to tomorrow. Belabicius on the drive. He's hacked on his way up. That is foul number 7 on Washington, D.C. So a couple of free throws here coming up. So 34-year-old Belabicius. World Tour Masters winner in Montreal, and also a bronze medal at the Europe Cup 2019. And he's got Sakiai in front by 2. Oh, they were trying to set up the oop to Iverson. That was some quick thinking, quick hands defensively. Iverson got to get out of the paint. He does. Oh, a devastating jab step. Gravette tracks down his own rebound. Isaiah Brown, look at the wrist work. 14 up. Bukalis with the up fake got Iverson off of his feet, and another whistle against Washington, D.C. 15. Here's Hassani. Gravette couldn't get the step on Balavichus. Some strong defense from him. The 6th foul on Sakiai Gubal. They got no more to give, or they'll be joining Washington, D.C. in the penalty. But one last look at the slick cut by Balavichus. Here's Gravette trying to get in his bag. Gravette, step back, nowhere to go. Wallace. He's turned away. Balavichus with the stop and go, but he blew the crib. Isaiah Brown, told you he's wiggly with it. He's going to finish with the baby smash. Nearly got a steal.
Minutes, 22 seconds left. Again, 17, Washington, D.C. 16.
2:22 to play, and a 1-point difference. Sakiai Gubal up front. Ujupis drops it off to Pukalis. Nobody there to guard Brown, and he puts it down. All net, all wet. It's 18 apiece. Pukalis now working from the left side. He's going to spin on Iverson. Lost to Wilson. And I believe that ball is going to, the possession is going to go over to Washington, D.C. as that got caught up on Pukalis and he stepped out of bounds. Wallace up top. Actually called for a travel on that last possession. They don't connect on the alley-oop. It's poked away. That'll leave 9 seconds on the shot clock for Sakiai Gubal. So an out-of-bounds challenge is what we're going to see here. If the challenge is won, then they'll be able to retain possession. Take another look at that last splash from Isaiah Brown. Paulus Balavichus doing a great job moving off the ball. I think this is something that Washington, D.C. could learn from. Isaiah Brown climbing up and throwing it down. Pukalis, the soft touch on the inside. And Ujupis, the unselfish play. Actually a replay of that score for Pukalis. But this is 3x3. Defense turns to offense just like that. As soon as it comes through the net, this is continuous play. Washington, D.C. continuing to adjust to this game. These are guys who have had the majority of their careers in 5-on-5, but obviously understand the opportunity available in front of them with FIBA 3x3 and obviously the Olympic Games. Paris is coming up in 2024. And got pretty good money on the line as well. $40,000 grand prize. That's going to raise your eyebrows a little bit. Great job scouting this team. And we're going to see how the rest of this one plays out. An 18-18 tie. It's a sprint to 3 points. Khalil Iverson sprinting to the cup, and he's going to lay it in. Kicked out to Uzi. Uzi with the step on Iverson, and he lays it in. Sneaky finish there from Uzi. He's a crafty 3x3 vet. Speaking of crafty, here's Hassani. Oh no. Up fake. He was locked up at first, but he does get an attempt at the rim. Misses. Balavichus has been a terror. Oh, he got his cookie snatched by the Cookie Monster. He's got a sweet tooth. Let's see if Wallace can get a bucket. Oh, he rearranged in the air, but he couldn't finish it with the left hand. So we approach a minute to play, and it's 19-19. Top priority is guarding that two-point arc. You don't want to give any free looks at two. So Modestas Kumpis let that one fly. It goes out of bounds as you look again at Iverson. He's got the athleticism. He's got the skill. He's already emerged as a top-level defender in 3x3 in just the time that we've seen him, and a couple of challengers. We saw him obviously at the World Cup putting on the show. USA did come out of the World Cup empty-handed. Wallace to Hassani. They're going to let him do work. Hassani, he missed it. Iverson couldn't keep it alive. So the ball back over to Sakiai with 43 ticks to go. Defensive fouls mean free throws for both teams. Wallace making his move. He got Belavicius off balance, but he couldn't cash in from the top of the key. It's a timeout for Sakiai Gubal. Some of the highlights up to this point. It's been an effort keyed by Gravette and Iverson for the Americans. Not to forget about Isaiah Brown. He found his touch from deep. Keaton Wallace can take over the game at any point, although only 2 points left to score. And they might be scored right here. No, that was a Russell Westbrook from Pucalis. Now it's Gravette. He wants to get it to Iverson. Iverson to Wallace. Iverson might have a chance down there in the post. Instead, Gravette will take this shot, the mid-ranger. That's spit out by the iron. Under 10 seconds to go. Uzi left his feet down to Belavicius. Belavicius with the baby hook. And that was thrown away. Sakiai Gubal will come out of this with a 1-point win over Washington, D.C. Belavicius with the go-ahead score as they sneak one up on the Americans. And they come away with a 20-19 win. A game that looked like it might be going to overtime. But Sakiai Gubal said, oh, not so fast. Let's get a look at your Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater. The poster boy. Take a picture of that one. Belavicius showing some touch there in a high-pressure situation over a tough defender in Khalil Iverson. How about that? 20-19. Sakiai Gubal over Washington, D.C.